Good morning everyone. My name is Lavpreet Kaur and today I shall be talk about my teaching resources in the National Recognition Week. The presentation is dedicated to the promotion of the understanding, respect and inclusion of the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander culture in the early childhood education. National Reconciliation Week, which is also known as a Week of Reconciliation, is a celebrating event in Australia between 27 May and 3 June every year. It aims at estimating respectful establishing respectful relationship between the non-indigenous and indigenous Australian. This offers the chance in early childhood education to engaging child in many meaningful way with the indigenous culture, tradition and values. The teachers can contribute to the situation of inclusion and society respectfully responsibility and understanding create a more accepting society. The teaching tool that I had created is referred to as the Reconciliation Story and Symbol Board. It is aimed to facilitate interactive storytelling and cultural exploration to young children. It consists of the board with indigenous symbols, natural material, and movable pieces, always allow the children to make their own stories. This practice method promotes imagination, creativity, and communication between children. It is also good in encouraging cooperation since a child will be able to cooperate in order to consist common stories. This resource is easy to use and at the same time it has the potential to engage in cultural concept meaningful in manner that is age appropriate. The content of this activity is easy to use, not harmful, and appropriate, constructed by the use of by young children. Artificial grass is placed over the baseboard so that it is gives the natural look. Land is stimulated by the use of sand and soils to allow the exploration of senses. Home and communication space respected. Use small blocks and minimal objects. Sticks and pieces of wood are natural material that are used by interlinking a child with the nature. Those materials facilitate practically learning and assisting child to more involving in this activity. The resources material of this resource were acquired those environmental friendly and practical means. Leaves and other natural objects like stones were taken outside in a safe way that were sustainable and carried to the nature. It is used recycling cardboards as the base, the minimizing the waste and making more environmental friendly. The choice of material was diluted both on education and culture base. The use of natural material was diluted to indicate the indigenous values of attachment to the land and the environment. Recycled material are better and sustainable, and education child on the use of recycled responsibilities. There were also native symbols that were incorporated and facilitated cultural education and appropriate of the culture. This slide demonstrates the way children interacted with the resources using a practical learning. They touched the material, made stories, and used play to encourage with one another at the indoor as well as outdoor setting. Blocks, natural objects, and symbols were used by children to express their ideas and experience. This strategy encouraged involvement, innovative, and creative and teamwork. Also, the teacher facilitates the experience by presenting over discussion and promote respectful communication. This resource can directly contribute the National Reconciliation Week objectives, which is creating awareness and knowledge of the indigenous culture, storytelling, and symbol play allow children to acquire knowledge about the Aboriginal tradition in an interactive and easy to learn manner. The exercise promote debate on identity, relationship, and communicative, which are major concept of reconciliation. This week help create more social awareness, respectful generation. Inclusion and respect in early childhood education can only achieve by embedding the indigenous perspective. This resource take into the considerations indigenous native narration and symbols in a manner that is not only respectful but also informative. Child are motivated to discuss concept of land, identity, and community, which are focused on indigenous worldwide. The instructional approaches appears in this. These exercises are grounded on play-based and inquiry-based learning. Open-ended questions are used by educators to stimulate thoughts and reflections, like asking a child what symbols means or what their stories are about. There are also the importance of modeling respectful behavior in a sport to cultural understanding, teamwork. There are promote the more profound learning as well as science. This resource led to a number of significant learning outcomes among children in age 3 to 5, with children learning communication because they are exchanging ideas, stories, storytelling, and symbols play important creativity and imaginations. And there are outcomes are connected to the overall development and linked with the early childhood education object by the cognitive, social, and emotional development. An inclusive learning environment should be created during early childhood education, and the resources should be made to reach children with visual style of learning, like visual, sensory, and verbal learning. Teaching do not make any child feel unimportant by motivating them to practice and knowledge. Personal interrupt. It's my conclusion, and this is last slide of the references. Thank you.